to Bad Larry.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 2025 X-Men series by Jed MacKay, Ryan Stegman, and Nito Diaz. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and I'm honestly very excited about this run so far. Jed MacKay is keeping it fun, new, and interesting. So let's rate that cover. Y'all know Bad Larry does not like seeing the heroes in this type of compromised, losing type depiction on the cover, but it does the job. I want to open the issue and find out if the heroes beat the bad guys. So for functionality, meaning does it get you to want to open up the book? Yes. So it gets an A for functionality, but for the pleasure of the eye, it gets a C+. Issue number 17 is titled Visitor, and I think it's funny they included the imposters on the X-Men roster, but because these are new characters, it also serves as a reminder of their names. Kid Omega is still lost out there. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's not, but for the last few issues, he's been MIA. Magneto is in the midst of battling Piper Cobb's teratoma mutant twin, and the real X-Men have been fighting off 3K's imposter X-Men in the field. We see the members of 3K having a little Monday morning meeting. Here's what we know so far about the identities of 3K. Professor X's bald-headed evil sister, Cassandra Nova, here in the middle, she's called the Zealot. The dude with the full mask to her right, your left, he's called the Chairman. His identity is still unrevealed. And the ponytail chick on the right, she's Astra, a mutant teleporter, and her role is the Doctor. And we all know Shark-Tooth Wire here. He's out in the field spying on the real X-Men and training the imposter X-Men. His role is the Means. And he really gives me the Mr. Sinister vibes. I hate his guts. The two X-Men teams are really going at it. Wire seems pleased with the imposter's performance, though, thus far. Wire is on the move. He needs to get to that battle between Piper Cobb's twin and Magneto. Wire says he is the best at building killers. Look, this guy's no Wolverine. We never heard of you before now, Wire. You just can't be making these proclamations of superiority like Wolverine when you are clearly not in Wolverine's league. Anyway, Cassandra Nova puts him in his place, though, saying he is the number 2 pick for the role only because they couldn't get Sabretooth. Mainly because Sabretooth is currently dead. We finally get to see what happened to Kid Omega back in issue number 14. Seems like so long ago. Kid Omega was blown out of the Marauder ship, and as he was falling to Earth, about to go unconscious, he implemented some predetermined safety protocol he created for himself for just this type of scenario, like a computer putting some reserve energy into this safety measure. Pretty clever. Zorn is still out looking for Kid Omega, which is good because Zorn can fly and Zorn's a healer. And lo and behold, he does find Kid Omega floating in a little telekinetic safety bubble, totally unconscious but alive. Zorn scoops him up and flies him back to base. At least we know Kid Omega is alive, though. Some might like that he's alive, some might grumble, but I like it. Kid Omega is a character you love to hate, but not want dead, you know? Magneto is still fighting the teratoma twin of Piper Cobb, trying to keep her from going to town and destroying it like Godzilla. And by Magneto, I mean Magneto is operating the Sentinel inside the Sentinel. So Piper Cobb's twin, who's taken over this big, ugly alien, well, she's only 13 years old. It just revealed itself to the world, and the twin teratoma thinks itself some sort of menace. Well, Magneto's been out there. He's done that. He's got plenty of mutant menace badges and lets this youngin' know about it. Wire is reporting that Magneto is winning, which really pisses off Cassandra Nova. The chairman is a bit more level-headed, though, saying Magneto using a Sentinel to defend humans, well, that type of propaganda is something that they can use in their favor. Meanwhile, we learn 3K has a no-clone army policy, which is why they didn't allow Mr. Sinister into the group. 3K feels mutant kind is the true evolution. It is the right way. And unlike Magneto's philosophy, or even Apocalypse's philosophy of the past, of mutants ruling or destroying the humans, 3K wants to forcefully turn all the humans into mutants. It's an interesting idea. It eliminates all of the hate. You can't hate something if you're that something. 3K doesn't like the randomness of who will become a mutant. So turning everyone into a mutant forces the evolutionary timeline by effectively eliminating all humanity but without killing them. Still, it's an evil plan. At least Astra here acknowledges she and 3K are genetic terrorist organization. Hey, awareness is the first step in acknowledging you have a problem. Astra says she doesn't have any fun anymore, which is true. There is a reason they call them board meetings, because they're boring. But Wire is out in the field having a ball, watching a giant sentinel alien monster going at it. Freaky. I think it's Cassandra Nova here talking through the mutant teratoma twin, trying to get into Magneto's head. And then Magneto proceeds to tell the twin that she is basically a little baby throwing a tantrum. Magneto has never been a nice guy, even when he is fighting for the good guys. He's always had a bit of a surly disposition. Uh-oh, Magneto got through to the 13-year-old twin. Then that damn Cassandra Nova has to step in and get her all riled up again. This is why you must think for yourself. You see it everywhere. People getting all fired up for someone else's cause, putting their freedoms and lives at risk while the puppet masters sit pretty in their ivory towers, getting rich and laughing at us like fools. Ben and Beast are back at the base, unsure of exactly what will happen with this fight. You see, Magneto has always been seemingly invincible, but this Magneto is sick. He isn't the same guy from the past, and Ben decides he isn't going to just sit there and watch Magneto get killed by this monster. So he calls Jen for some help, and he has himself a plan. Beast is clearly not on board with Ben's plan at all. Ooh, this pissed me off. Schwarzschild has the unmitigated gall to say Cyclops' powers are piss poor? How dare you! His powers destroyed Apocalypse! His powers are no joke! But Cyclops is a cool cucumber and much more experienced in using his powers in battle. A change of blast direction throws mud in Schwarzschild's eyes. Dirty trick, but hey, don't talk shit then, buddy, because now you got a juggernaut coming down on your ass. No diddy. And Schwarzschild gets instant karma for all that shit talking against Cyclops. Now look at you. You got knocked the fuck out. And with the imposter X-Men leader down, the others look a little scared, do they not? And Cyclops talks his own shit. That's my guy. Cyclops tells the fake X-Men, now that your tactician leader is down, let's see how well y'all fight together. Let's get it on, you fakers! Piper Cobb's mom and Piper's twins' mom, well, she's searching for Piper. Well, she ain't around, lady. She hears a knock on the door. But remember, this lady is super duper super mutant hater. She goes to the X-Men base daily to hold signs hating on the X-Men. So I wonder how she feels with two mutants bringing her daughter back to her and one looking like a freaky bird woman. So Ben's big plan is to use Piper's mom to try and reach the teratoma twin that is controlling the monster. Try and plead with her using the motherly love and all of that, which is a good tactic. The whole reason the teratoma mutant twin is throwing a tantrum in the first place is because she feels unloved and unseen. Maybe the mom is the only thing to bring her back, to save her. And this damn son of a bitch Wire is now in the X-Men's base. The nerve! Bases are off limits, buddy. Man, I really love this series so far. It is fun, creative, establishing new characters while also allowing established characters like my boy Cyclops and Magneto to still shine. I love it so far, but let me know your thoughts on this series down in the comments below. Stay tuned for issue number 18 coming out real soon. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.